We suck again!
In 2017, with the release of the Switch and the new games to go along with it, it's hard not to see Nintendo as some kind of video game making god. Now, that being said, no matter how many great things Nintendo does, there sure to be its fair share of things they could have done a bit better or just still need to do in general. But have no fear, if Nintendo does the 5 things that are on this list, they will become the dream company we all envision them to be. Ganondorf is great. He is the evilest villain in all of video game history. What else would you expect of a man who has taken on so many different forms of pure evil over the years? But despite his importance to the Legend of Zelda series, we really don't get to know that much about Ganon. His hopes, his fears, his dreams. And that's why the best course of action would be to make an origin game where Ganon is the hero over his own demons. Now do me a favor and take a few moments to think, what is the best Nintendo video game in your opinion? So how many of you thought of Majora's Mask by any chance? Okay, fair enough. Did anybody happen to think of Super Metroid? Again, pretty decent. But who here chose the obvious answer, Eggerland? Ah yes, Eggerland. Who could forget about Egger and his lands? Apparently Nintendo can, because for some reason we have yet to receive a new release since 2000? I truly have no idea what Egger actually does with his lands, but whatever it is, I'm sure that we need more of it. Sonic the Hedgehog has been taking the gaming world by storm recently. First with the nostalgic brilliance of Sonic Mania, and then with the meme-worthy mediocrity of Sonic Forces. But as Sonic's fan base continues to grow, there are some things us fans need to know. Such as, will Big the Cat ever make it out of the hellish void dimension he's been trapped in since Sonic Heroes? And what will happen in the love triangle between Tails, Sonic, and Shadow? Now whose bright idea was it to send a bunch of 10-year-old kids out in the forest to catch wild animals? Especially ones that look like this. So how are we gonna fix something like this, I'm sure you're all wondering? Well, first of all, we gotta make enslaving monsters funny, mainstream, and more relatable to kids. Place all the Pokemon with minions and emojis and boom. And finally we reach what is quite possibly the most important thing Nintendo could ever do to make its characters stand out from the rest. Nintendo needs to take their video game mascots Donkey and Diddy Kong and show the world how hip and relatable these gangsters are. Now that I think about it, Nintendo might already be heading down this path. What with Donkey Kong dabbing, and Diddy Kong actually shooting a gun? But no one gets a medal for going halfway, Nintendo. It's time to take the plunge into full-blown gangster mafia mode. And with that, thank you for watching my first video on this channel. I do plan to make more videos in the future over various things, and they will probably get better. No promises though. I know this video is really short and really terrible, but it was more just practice for me to make future videos. If you liked what you saw for some reason, then thank you. That's great. If you didn't like what you saw, have to wonder why you're still on the video. But either way, I hope you come back to see more ones in the future. Thank you and have a nice day.